afternoon. My name is Diana Brazel. I'm an MSW 2022 graduate from Wichita State University School of Social Work. Today we're going to talk about Photo Voice, the impact of changing perspectives on community and self. Photo Voice was first introduced by Carolyn Wang and Marianne Burris in 1994 as Photo Novella, as a component of their work with women living in rural farming communities of Yunnan province of China to assess women's health and socioeconomic needs that would improve reproductive health outcomes. Photo Voice is a visual research methodology that utilizes photography to allow individuals, groups, and communities to document, reflect upon, and communicate their perspective to foster and stimulate social change. Photo Voice consists of 3 stages. The first is making the photography. The group or individuals will decide on a topic. They'll talk about safety concerns, respecting other spaces, and requesting permission to take pictures of somebody else's property or other people. The next stage is interpretation, reflecting on and discussing the images that they've taken. The third is dissemination. How can we become more empowered through the information that we've gained through the pictures? What can we change or act on? Are there resources that are current that we can utilize? Are the current resources needing to be adapted in some way? Or do we need to advocate for new services altogether? Photo Voice demonstrates a social work grand challenge of a stronger social fabric by harnessing technology to reach different groups of people that will stimulate conversations and change perspectives in order to foster change at all levels of social work. We live in a world that utilizes technology daily, from using our phones to wake up in the morning, to utilizing Zoom to record presentations and to go to meetings. Finding new ways to encompass technology to assist in providing impactful services to clients that will empower them for change and give them a voice in their lives is beneficial to the growth of social work practice. The social work theories that best connect with Photo Voice are empowerment, feminist, and documentary photography. Team Labs best connects the frameworks by saying, all 3 theoretical frameworks emphasize community participation for the purpose of social action. The theoretical frameworks begin by first directing change at the individual level, transforming perceptions such as self-worth. The focus is then directed to the community level to improve the quality of life, and then finally to the institutional level to enforce change through policies. Photo Voice places the control into the hands of the oppressed, allowing them to become the decision makers and elect themes that are represented among the pictures. There's extensive research into the effectiveness of Photo Voice on a meso and macro level. Some of the positives are strengthening writing and community skills, empowers people, families, and communities, awakens appreciation of different points of view, strengthens positive relationships with individuals, increases civil involvement, develops teamwork, gives individuals a voice in their lives and communities, increases awareness of resources and problems, has a wide impact for a low cost, establishes partnerships at a micro, meso, and macro level. Some of the limitations that I found in the research were privacy of the subjects in the photos, limitations for visually impaired clients, startup cost, and no change after the project has ended. Amongst the articles I reviewed for this project, I found 2 that were interesting to me. The first is from the staff of WSU. In 2019, Brianne and Bob Ray, Dasha Shimrova, and Avi Kaup utilized Photo Voice for McAdams Academy in Wichita, Kansas, where they had 11 students in the program take around 70 photos to represent how the McAdams program works, the strengths of the program, and what they would recommend changing. At the end of the 3 weeks, the students suggested ways to expand academic opportunities, increase social activities, and improve disciplinary and incentive procedures. The project was made into a guide that challenges the reader to contemplate and reflect, continue the conversations, and ways to act. I've attached the link at the bottom if you're interested in looking into that. The second article was from a rural institution located in the Pacific Northwest in 2016 and 2017. A case study of a campus-based MSW field seminar discussed planning, application, and reflection of implementing photo voice as a teaching strategy. Social work field seminars and their accompanying internships are two of the key spaces where students have an opportunity to critically reflect upon their development of a professional identity. During this study, students were introduced to the idea of incorporating photo voice as a reflection strategy. They agreed to using this method to help them process their internship experience and connect those experiences to the development of their personal professional identity. The students were taught how to use photo voice with clients and agencies in the field, and also how to engage in the process as a learner of the method. At the end of the study, the students described photo voice as a creative meant to reflect on their experiences, values, and worldviews related to their professional identity. Several students noted that their enthusiasm for the potential to implement photo voice with future clients as a critical reflection strategy. The pillar that most connects to photo voice is empowerment. Empowerment is defined as the process and goal of increasing personal, interpersonal, and political power so that people can take action to improve their life situations. Photo voice increases engagement by participants while increasing awareness of issues affecting individuals, groups, and communities. The goal is to give people the opportunity to record and reflect their concerns in order to move the conversation towards better understanding and knowledge. This tool provides growth and understanding at all levels of social work by giving people a voice and the ability to show their view of the world they live in. The two core competencies that most are relevant to this topic are competency 6, engage with individuals, family, groups, organizations, and communities. Photo voice provides a social worker with a unique tool to gain the perspective of the populations that we serve through their eyes and experiences in order to gain more insight, empathy, and to foster a stronger rapport that will offer deeper reflection and interpersonal skills. Photo voice addresses this competency with its ability to provide different perspectives an individual or group can further analyze and discuss to increase engagement and provide the participants with a sense of empowerment. The second competency is competency 7, assess individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. Photo voice utilizes assessment and evaluation in order to gain understanding of people and their environment while challenging the participants to express themselves through photos to bring about change. Photo voice encourages collaboration of its participants to determine themes or topics, to explore deeper and apply critical thinking, to interpret the photos to assess available or needed resources or changes to their environment. The 3 social work values that are utilized with photo voice are social change. Photo voice can provide social workers with varying perspectives to better understand diverse populations and increase our sensitivity to the culturally and ethnically diverse populations that we serve while assisting them to their own voice for changes in their personal lives as well as their community's environments. The second is dignity and the worth of the individual. Photo voice allows a social worker to treat each participant with dignity and respect by acknowledgement and validation of the perspective, voice, and concerns. Photo voice provides encouragement to seek resources and to challenge current changes to services or advocacy for needed services. Importance of human relationships. Photo voice strengthens relationships with clients by gaining trust and understanding of perspectives to build partnerships for change at all levels of social work. The phrase, "a picture is worth 1,000 words," best describes the impact of photo voice. When an artist paints a picture, it's a visual display of their perspective. Or when a musician creates a song, it's an audible representation of their perspective. Then the people that listen or view the art or music come away with their own interpretation of the art. Most people can elaborate on the way a song makes them feel, or how a picture of their grandma stirs their emotions and can describe in detail the place, the emotion, the impact of these things the impact that it invokes in them. Photo Voice utilizes technology combined with photography to lend a voice to participants in a very unique way. In a world that is always evolving in technology, it is important for social workers to incorporate different technologies to stay connected to their clients while providing unique ways for clients to express themselves. Although this method is primarily used in meso and macro level, I could see ways to incorporate it into a therapy setting that could provide an opportunity to increase the rapport and creativity between the therapist and the client. I've attached some trainings down below. I found one is actually a document that I was given by a coworker at my practicum that was really helpful for me to kind of get more interested in Photo Voice. Like I said before, I think it is primarily used at a meso macro level. I think that you could benefit from it at a micro level, but I think the major piece in using Photo Voice of everything that I've read on it and observed other people using it is the ability to bring about talking through the photos. It gives people that are quiet maybe a little bit more bravery to kind of speak out than they normally would. So I hope that you've enjoyed the presentation. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer those. And I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon.